guys, it's Brooke, and I am at the Courtney Akai Lash Boutique in Soho. I'm about to get eyelash extensions for the first time. I'm so stoked. Courtney is the best. She is the bomb. If you want to introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Courtney Akai, and I've been doing lashes for about 12 years now. So I'm really excited to be doing Brooke's lashes. I understand she's getting married. She has the most amazing lashes ever. So lucky me.
Thank you.
I mean, come on.
I've been wanting to get these, and like, what better excuse to get them, to try them for the first time than for your wedding? But girls at home who want these for your wedding, Courtney was just telling me, don't get them for the first time right before you're about to get married. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying it out a couple months before, figure out what I like, right?
Exactly. And the reason being is because some people could have sensitivities to the adhesive, or just sensitivity to their eyes being closed, you know, things like that. So we just want to make sure you're perfect for that day. So we don't want to take a chance to do it right before, but we can do it a couple of months before and you know, just try it out. God forbid any sensitivities, we'll know that, and then before the big day, and she can look perfect at the time of, or not. If she's not a good candidate, then we wouldn't go forward with it.
So I'm excited.
Yay, me too.
What the kind of look that I like, that I've seen around on people that I like, is when it's a little bit longer in the middle of the eye rather than like that doe eye look on the sides.
Yes, and that look is actually very, very common now, and I love that look personally. That's like one of my favorites. Basically, that should be very, very easy to do, and actually it's ideal because typically clients have shorter lashes at the end, and a lot of times people want it really long at the ends, but when you're talking about extensions, because it's attached right to the actual lash, it's a little bit more difficult to get it very long at the end because it has a tendency to, you know, to tilt down. Like as the lash grows, it's a bit heavy on that lash on the end. So actually that's ideal. I usually do the bulk of my application in the center, you know, as far as length is concerned, and then I always shorten it up. So you're actually my ideal client.
Great. So guys, she's already prepped one of my eyes. What we're gonna do, because this takes a little bit of time, she's gonna do one eye completely, and then I'm gonna show you guys, like, this is the before on the left and this is the amazing after on the right. So I think we're ready if you are.
All right, here we go.
All right. And guys, make sure to drop your questions in the comments for Courtney.
I am
she knows
very
all.
happy to answer any questions that anyone has.
Well, Courtney, lots of people are asking now how long Brooke's lashes will last her.
You know, they should actually last, you know, about 4 weeks. Half should be gone. About 8 weeks, they should be completely gone, because the growth cycle is anywhere from 30 to 60 days. So, you know, as the growth cycle happens, that's when the lashes naturally come out. So probably about 2 months from start to finish. They're not going to look great, but usually touch-ups happen like every 3 to 4 weeks or so, typically. 2 weeks on the short end.
Okay.
Glasses.
And how much does it typically cost for something like this?
So it can vary depending from place to place, but our place, you know, we've been doing it for a while. It's considered a little
She's
bit...
the best. She's the best. She's going to be really humble right now.
Definitely not. But, you know, look, we've been doing this a while. I would say, you know, in our place, depending on the stylist that you go to, it could be anywhere for a full set. It could be anywhere from $250 to $550. Also, depending on the style in which you choose, but $250 being on the lower end for a full set. We also offer half sets, which start out at $125. So it's a little bit more reasonable, and then you can always build up to a full set.
Nice.
It's really important, guys, not to cheap out when getting these things done, because just Google a horror story and you'll find many.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to do everything as safely as I can, and you know, look, just because we're all experienced, I make sure all my stylists are trained very well before they start. Some people train for about 6 to 7 months before they even begin working on a client, even my juniors. So that just shows how, you know, particular I am about my stylist.
So Sarah says that she has sensitive eyes, and she's wondering if she could still do something like this.
You know, she could. We definitely have different adhesives that are good for sensitive eyes. I use 3 different adhesives, you know, of all different strengths. What I would recommend for Sarah is that she come in and, you know, just try it out. Maybe do like a half set, or even do like, you can even book like a half hour, we can just call it like a half-hour test, and then she can just pay for the half hour, because most of our stylists charge by time. So that would probably be the way to go, because we want to make sure before doing a full that that she wouldn't get any allergic reactions and things like that.
Right.
Lashes are amazing. Lucky me.
So Gina's wondering if you can talk a little bit more about what you do with lashes, and how it differs from like going to the store and buying a set of fake eyelashes.
Oh, sure. It's a lot different actually, because these are semi-permanent. So basically, semi-permanent is, you know, lasting, as I said, throughout the duration of your growth cycle, which is you know, every 30 to 60 days, so you can really have longevity out of these, whereas the ones that you buy from the drugstore, those usually last about a weekend, honestly. So these actually last a long time. You wake up looking fabulous, go to bed looking fabulous, and then they grow out nicely, and you just have to come for your touch-ups.
Nice. So Brooke, how are you feeling?
It's so relaxing, you guys.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I'm falling asleep.
Oh boy.
Have you had clients fall asleep during this?
Oh, all the time. Between the lights and just,
Right.
you know, we usually have like soft music playing, or, you know, the mood is, I try to make everyone feel comfortable. I mean, that's the bottom line of the whole thing. You need to go somewhere where you absolutely feel comfortable with the stylist. You know, they have to put your mind at ease, especially if it's your first time doing it and you're a little nervous, which, you know, people tend to be. I mean, look, it's your eyes, you know, and I can't blame them. I would be nervous myself. So this is, I try to be mindful of people's feelings as far as when they walk in, and making them feel good. We also have champagne if anyone wants to relax.
Brooke had some. So Savannah has a really good question. She wants to know what precautions you should take when cleaning off like mascara when you have eyelash extensions.
That's a great question. So you definitely need to, I mean, look, first off, you really should not have to wear mascara, especially, you know, I'd like to say you wouldn't have to wear mascara with the lashes that we do here, but if you must, just to kind of embellish on what you have, you can, you know, you can make your own wash. A lot of people mix like baby shampoo and water and make their own wash, and then you can, you know, scrub through it. But you have to be mindful that the extensions are there. So you don't want to do anything that is going to be rough on them, but you always want to keep them clean. One of the adhesives that I use, you can actually use an oil-based cleanser as well. So you can use like an oil-based eye makeup remover with it, and you know, and clean them off that way very gently. A lot of people use cosmetic Q-tips, you know, to go near the root. In this case, I'm using the Novalash adhesive, which is actually conducive with oil. So you can actually use an oil-based eye makeup.
Good to know.
Yeah. But a lot of adhesives, especially ones that, for people that are more sensitive, they do require oil-free aftercare.
And a couple people that missed the first few minutes are asking how long it typically takes for you to do an application.
So a full application from start to finish is typically about 2 hours for a full set. Now, you can also get a half set if you're not really looking to have them like super full. And those half sets, you know, can range in time from like an hour an hour and 15 minutes, just depending on the thickness of the natural lash. Now, with that being said, Brooke has extremely voluptuous lashes. So, I mean, look, I could work forever on these. They're really gorgeous, and
Thanks. Wow.
I really feel so lucky. And I mean, we could, you know, work probably even longer than, you know, 2 hours on this full set because you have such a, you know, immense amount of natural lashes. So I think it just depends on how many natural lashes you have. There's also different techniques that you can do. The technique that I'm doing is called the volume technique, or some could call it 3D lashes, Russian volume, etc. But anyway, this one is my favorite, and it's like a client favorite, and it's fairly new. I mean, not really, but it's, you know, new-ish, and it's kind of what people are wanting these days.
Nice.
Guys, if you're wondering, it doesn't even feel like there's anything on my lashes. Like, you would think it'd be really heavy. It's not.
Perdita says, wow, this looks like some type of eye surgery.
It really is. People always say, wow, you could be a surgeon. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But feels better than surgery. It's just kind of like applying lashes to the natural lash, directly to the lash, and without, you know, causing any pain.
Nice.
Pretty simple.
So Brooke, do you want to tell us more about your wedding and why you decided you wanted to try lashes?
Sure. Guys, I'm gonna like talk really funny so that I don't move when I'm talking. But it's a destination wedding. It'll be at the beach. And I'll probably be doing my makeup myself because it's destination. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just get eyelash extensions because that'll cover up, that'll distract from any bad makeup.
Right.
Also, better for crying.
That's for sure. Yeah, and I mean, to add to that, you know, it's so much easier to have these for your wedding day, for any event for that matter. You don't have to worry about getting the, you know, the lashes on that come off fairly quickly. You know, especially as Brooke mentioned, when, you know, when she gets emotional, and, you know, look, it's an emotional day, and she's happy, and people, you know, tend to cry. So this is to ensure that nothing goes, nothing falls off.
Nice.
Stays perfect.
Do people ever get them on the bottom?
Yes, they do actually. Especially for weddings, it really looks great. On a typical basis, no. I mean, not usually. In my clientele, that is, but some people really do. I've had people come to that, but I think because people are always putting on like eyeliner in the bottom and things like that, they tend to find them, you know, to be not as a little bit more of a hindrance. But that's just in my experience. Again, other people that have different experiences with that. But I have done bottom lashes a ton, and they really do look great, especially for wedding day.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Genevieve wants to know if you should ever still curl lash extensions.
No.
You don't even need to,
Say
guys.
that. Because, in fact, what we discussed, Brooke and I, kind of before we went live, we were discussing kind of the look that she wanted to go for, and I was saying, well, do you typically curl your lashes? And she says yes. So I'm like, okay, that lets me know. I mean, you can even see the difference already, that the lashes that I'm using are curled up. So I'm using a specific lash that actually curls up, you know, with the lash. So Brooke does not have to curl your lashes.
Right.
Cannot wait, guys.
So Tally wants to know if you can reveal what brand you're using, and if not, if you can tell us some of your favorite brands in general.
You know, it's really hard to narrow that down. I use so many different brands, so it's extremely difficult. I'm probably using like on my hand with lashes like 5 different brands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as lashes are concerned, I love, you know, well, let's just start because there's so many to name. But I mean, adhesive wise, I typically use a lot of Nova Lash. That's probably my go-to adhesive. I love it because it's really long lasting. A lot of stylists, it's not their favorite because it's a bit, you know, it's a thicker texture. But for me, I happen to love working with that, and I think it just depends on the stylist and what they're comfortable using.
Mm-hmm.
I also use an adhesive called the Lash. Lash Addict Intervention. It's a wonderful adhesive that I find is also great with people with sensitive eyes. Lashes I use, London Brows, Sugar Lash, Aesthetic Institute, Aesthetic Skin Institute lashes. I use a ton. I mean, on my hand alone, as I said, I have like probably 5 different brands.
Nice.
So is this mink, or what is the material of the lash?
Actually, what I'm using is a lightweight silk.
Got
So
it.
basically, because I'm doing the volume technique, it's made with really fine lashes, and you put like a few on at a time. So anywhere ranging from, I mean, you have such thick lashes that I'm not really monitoring kind of how many, because if someone has real delicate lashes, really have to be mindful. But you truly have really great lashes, so we can kind of, you know, go as thick as we want here. But basically, the lashes I'm doing are a lighter weight silk lash that you can use anywhere from, you know, 2 to 6 per lash, because it is so lightweight and it does not cause damage to the natural lash.
So once someone has tried this before their wedding, how far out should they book it for the actual wedding?
You know, I would say, that's a great question. I would definitely say, I would really say 2 months actually, because you want to get the look sorted through, you want to get, and then God forbid there's any problem, you want to give your eyes a chance to, you know, some people do have sensitivities and allergies, and if you do, that's no one's fault. It just is what it is. It's eye chemistry, and sometimes you just can't help when that happens. But with that being said, there's always, you know, drops you can use and things to clear that through, but it's not something you want to test right before your wedding day.
Right.
You just don't want to risk it. Or any event for that matter, if you've never done lashes.
Rachel wants to know how you feel about colored extensions.
Ooh.
Those are really fun. I actually did a client for Burning Man with colored extensions, and it was so fun. It's, you know, look, with my clientele here in New York City and Soho, it's not something that they typically ask for. But for events like Burning Man and other fun events, yeah, I mean, they love it, and I have them, and I think they're so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
Oh, Angelica's wondering what she should do if she wears glasses and wants to get eyelash extensions. Does it make a difference?
Well, I would just suggest not getting them too long so that your glasses don't hit into your lashes, because I have had that before where, you know, clients are like, oh, my lashes are hitting into them. I'm like, oh no, I didn't realize you were. You know, but look, sometimes it just happens that way. So we probably want to be mindful about the, you know, the length of lash that we want to use, you know, with that situation.
Right.
It's a good question though.
Oh, a couple people want to know where you're located. I think you might get some new customers.
Yay, that would be wonderful. We're located in Soho, right on Broadway between Houston and Prince. And it's 594 Broadway, and we're on the 6th floor, so it's 610.
And where can we find you on social media to see some pictures?
Oh, yes. Courtney Eyelash Boutique on Instagram. Admittedly, we're just getting better with social media.
Me too.
I admit I'm not the best. But it's wonderful, and I love when people can see pictures and, you know, things like that. So
Yeah.
I guess you could say I'm kind of from old school.
Sandra wants to know if you should avoid getting them wet in the shower, or when it comes to washing your face, what are the precautions you should take?
You know what? You shouldn't avoid getting wet. You should definitely wash your lashes. But as I said, be mindful when you're rubbing through them, and you know, like, be gentle with them because they are attached lash by lash. So everything I'm doing is lash by lash. So keep in mind, you pull and tug at them, it's going to actually pull out your natural lash. So they are wonderful, and they do not damage the natural lashes. I promise you. I've had clients for like 10 plus years. Their lashes actually look better because they're not washing them off with eye makeup remover and scrubbing them. But you just want to be mindful that they're there. So when you're using them, you know, when you're washing them, wash them in such a way that, you know, be gentle, you know, with them, and kind of, you know, rub through them as if you have something on.
Nice.
But keep them clean for sure. You know, that's a misconception. A lot of people think don't keep them clean, but you really need to keep them clean. Because it'll make your extensions last longer, and it's just more sanitary.
Do you need to brush them?
Yes. So I always give a brush or a couple brushes at the end of the application. And with that, you just, I like to brush them a few times a day. And I have them, I brought my little brush to the beach with me, and I'm like, combing them out.
Oh, no.
But that's because I'm nutty. But honestly, I think it's a great idea to just comb through them. You know, definitely morning and night for sure. And use like a spoolie brush for that. Like one of those mascara wands. And we have a ton of them.
So everyone's saying how beautiful it looks so far, but they also think your eyebrows are wonderful, Brooke.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
They?
Wow. Never heard that before, guys. Thank you. They're really filled in.
I was thinking that too. I was like, man, great skin, great brows.
It's that benefit, guys. You just came out all this brow stuff.
Yes, I do love better myself.
Courtney, Kelly wants to know how long you've been doing lashes and how you got so good at it.
Oh geez, so I've been doing lashes since about, I think, 04 or 05, and I always forget. I want to say, beginning of 05 maybe. So that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I always say almost 12 years.
I didn't even know they were a thing then.
Yeah, same.
Yes, they were. Certainly they've come a long way. So really how you get good at them, practice, practice, practice. I was not good at them. Mm-hmm. Look, I still don't think I'm not, I think I'm as good as anyone else, but I think I'm experienced. I really am mindful of the client. I pay attention to what they want. I care about them, and I think that's key. You know, you want to go to a stylist that genuinely cares, not just someone who's going to throw anything on and be like, all right, you're out of here.
Exactly.
We used to call that treat them and street them. I don't treat them and street them. I'm on the contrary, sometimes a little bit OCD. I drive my clients crazy. But in the end, they appreciate it because I really do care about each and every person, and so do all my girls here. We want everyone to be happy when they leave.
So I think Kristen has a good question. She says that her eyelashes are super thin and she has a couple spaces where she has none.
Sure.
So how would extensions work for her?
Well, in fact, the technique that I'm doing now, the volume technique, would actually be wonderful for her because it does fill in those empty spaces. And then perhaps, who knows why she has those empty spaces? It could be because she's scrubbing too hard on her mascara, maybe curling. You know, we don't know. But for whatever the reason, sometimes extensions can help fill in that gap and make them grow. And also, I also advise from time to time using a growth serum while you're getting extensions and grow them. You know, because a lot of people are like, I want them thick, long, 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 and I'm like, okay. You know, because you kind of have to go along with the natural lash and not go too crazy because it will hurt your natural lashes when you do too lengthy on a lash that can't handle it and too heavy. So I always recommend a growth serum, along with getting extensions, and it actually works wonderful.
Like biotin or something?
Yeah, you would take biotin. I love New Lash. I love Revitalash. I love Fast Lash. Any of those, everyone has different results from different companies, so I've worked for them all and I've recommended them all. I love Revitalash. I think that's probably the one that I find the best results with, but New Lash people have loved, and Fast Lash also people have loved.
Nice. Courtney, a bunch of people are saying that your eyelashes are amazing. Also.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. And it's really funny that people are saying that, but I actually had an appointment to get my lashes done here with one of my girls, and then of course we all got too busy and clients come first. So I'm what you call the shoemaker's daughter. I never get lashes done as often as I'd like because we're always concentrated on doing the clients. Which I think is, top priority. But thank you. And I do take biotin actually.
And Nina wants to know if your favorite color is pink.
Oh, I wonder. Yes, it is. I love pink. And I like to think of this place as like all my girls home away from home, like fun and girly, and where they can just get away, have a great time.
Yeah.
Get some pretty lashes, see some pink.
Yeah, should you show them around?
Yeah, I'm showing now. This place is awesome.
Thank you. I really have a great time here. Everyone does. All my girls that work here, all of the, the clients. That sometimes I even find people, like, after their appointment, they'll just sit out in the lobby in the waiting room and just, like, sip champagne and literally just hang out.
That's
and
so
then
fun.
Yeah.
a lot of my girls who work here were like, people don't want to leave, and they don't want to leave. They're like, oh, you have someone else? We're like, yeah, sorry. But we try to be really fun and professional at the same time. But most importantly, that's the reaction we want. We want people to feel really good, really comfortable. Because again, it's a little daunting when you come in and people are working on your eyes. You want to feel good, you want to feel confident in who you're going to, and that they're genuinely going to care about what they're doing and care about you.
Mm-hmm. So I know you addressed this earlier, but a ton of people are still ask if they can wear mascara and eyeliner.
They can. I would like to think you wouldn't need it, getting lashes done here. But look, I mean, lashes can grow out. You can. They do make mascaras that are good for people with extensions. I know Nova Lash makes one, the adhesive that I use, and then other companies as well make a specific mascara, for lash extensions. But I wouldn't recommend it. I really don't think you need it, maybe in the grow out. But I would recommend it just at the tips, and then also to be cleaned out very well at night. Did I answer that right?
Yeah, that was perfect. So Brooke, how much can you feel Courtney working on you?
It honestly feels like if you've seen one of those like eyelash combs or eyebrow combs, and you're just like gently brushing them.
So it's definitely not painful, right?
Oh my gosh, not at all.
And how do your eyes feel? Do you feel any burning?
I don't feel anything.
Perfect.
Like it feels like, if I can feel you touching them.
Sure, absolutely.
But you guys, it's like, it's so relaxing.
And honestly, that's the reaction I like to hear. I mean, Brooke is an ideal client. She's not sensitive. She has fantastic lashes. She loves lashes. She's open to the process. She's getting married.
Excited.
I'm like, hello. I really hit the jackpot.
I can't wait to see it.
I think you're gonna love it. It looks amazing, Brooke, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it's pretty seamless. Like, you can't see where the adhesive starts and where the lashes start. It kind of is supposed to blend together. And that's the look that I try to give. So if someone is like suspecting, oh, do you have extensions? It's like, all right, you close your eyes and they're like, huh.
Looking for the
You know,
glue,
they're looking for like the, line of demarcation. And with extensions, there is none. And I think that's a major difference also between, the lashes that you buy at the drugstore versus extensions. And there's so many talented artists out there now, really. So it's a great time to get them.
So Brenda wants to know what you should do if you got them done and then you're experiencing like itchiness and some discomfort.
That's a really great question too. I mean, that happens, I mean, it could be, sometimes it's like, give it a day or two, you know what I mean? Like, live with it a bit, because some people, they're just not used to the feeling of something being on their eyes. But look, I mean, if that does happen and it's super uncomfortable, simply just call the boutique wherever you go, and they'll remove it for you safely. But you never want to try to remove it yourself, because that's extremely dangerous.
Right.
It could potentially rip out your lash. So you always want to get it done safely, and go back to the salon and have them use a specific remover and remove them, if God forbid they're bothering you that much. But I would just live with them for like, a day or two, and see where you go from there.
So a couple people are saying that they think they're going to try this themselves. Can you tell us why that's not a good idea?
They're going to try extensions on themselves?
Yeah, like at home.
Absolutely. I
How could you
strongly,
even see?
I strongly advise against that. Without a gel, it's going to be extremely dangerous. I mean, look, I'm on these lash blogs and some of the girls that do extensions. I simply do not. I'm definitely nervous because it is a one-to-one application. You have to really isolate that lash properly in order to apply it. So, no, please do not try this at home.
Did you hear that, ladies?
With sharp utensils, it is extremely dangerous. Please, I wouldn't want to hear anything bad happen to anyone. That would break my heart.
So, can you drink coffee? Or will it make your hands all?
Oh, I can, because sometimes I'm so exhausted that my hands, I'm like at the point where my hands don't shake. A lot of stylists at the beginning, their hands do shake. It's a new feeling to them. I've been doing it for 90,000 years, so my hands at this point, I'm like, they're steady. But that's a good question for the client. The client definitely should not have coffee prior to, because, look, coffee gives you a lot of energy, and with energy comes blinking, flinching, not steady laying down. I mean, you are being so amazing. As I said, I really hit the jackpot. But some people are not so steady. Some people definitely flinch, blink. Some people have vertigo, they need to get up. I mean,
that's
different
crazy.
things that happen. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. So you're going to have to be the type that is willing to lay down for this. And it does take some time, and you have to be a little patient. But no, the result is going to be amazing. And then it's a little upkeep once you have them. It's like every 3 weeks or so. Every 3 to 4 weeks my clients come in. Some people stretch it out to 6. I have some that are extra perfectionists. They like to come in every 2. But to be honest, I do my touch-ups mostly every 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah.
Have you ever had to turn someone away?
Yes. Not many, but because they're a little bit anxious or nervous to lay down, they can't keep their eyes closed. That's a problem. So if you're someone who's a little bit anxious, I would say try to manage that situation with medications that you might be on. I don't know if you want to take some of that before you start. But also, not encouraging it. I'm just saying, if you're prescribed safely. But, you know, look, I mean, some people are you know, fidgety. They can't lay. Some people have vertigo. They feel sick. You know, there's a bunch of different things. And also, if your eyes are really sensitive to product, you really want to just give it a test first. You know, give it like a little half-hour test. See how your eyes do with it, you know?
So if someone doesn't live in the city, how can they go about finding a good lash expert?
You know, that's a great question. I mean, and it's also tough. I mean, I would say Yelp, Google, you know, referrals are everything. There's always someone getting them done, you know, in the area that people are.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth is everything. Someone who's had a great experience with someone. And look, if you're just finding a place that, you know, off the cuff, you just want to ask to see pictures. You also want to ask how much experience they have, what type of adhesive do they use, you know, their sterilization, their cleanliness. You know, you want to look at their area and make sure all looks good. If you get that feeling that you don't think something's right, then follow that feeling. Also, I always like people that specialize. So, for example, like I love brow specialists. If someone does color, I like a hair color specialist, someone who cuts. If they specialize in lashes, you can be sure that they've had enough practice that they're probably very good by now. But everyone has a different style too. You want to make sure that the person is open to doing the style you want. Some stylists have a signature look. So you just really want to talk to that you know, stylist and make sure that, you know, you guys are a good match.
So Fatima wants to know if it's possible for someone who has alopecia and has no eyelashes, if they could do this.
Unfortunately not. I really wish that they could. But look, I mean, we're happy to give lessons on applying the eyelash strips. You know, I've done that before for people. I really love helping people any way I can and making them feel beautiful. So if that's the case, I'd be very open to giving a lesson on applying the strip eyelashes. But unfortunately, you need some type of hair, some type of eyelash to be able to apply it. Because it attaches to the actual lash, not the skin.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, we're at the Courtney Akai Lash Boutique in Soho. And I'm getting eyelash extensions for the first time. We're doing my right eye first so that you guys can see a real side-by-side before and after.
I love side-by-side before and afters.
They're the best.
I mean, you can already see the magic happening.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Obsessed already. Like, your lashes are incredibly ideal. So it actually is making me look good. Because I don't like to think I'm that good, but I have to tell you, you're making me look good. So thank you.
I'm so excited.
So Brooke, tell us again why you're getting them done today.
So, guys, I am getting married in May, and I've never had them before. Always wanted to, but never really had a reason, I guess. And I was like, what better excuse than a wedding, right? So, this is kind of like a try it for the first time a couple months before the wedding to make sure, since I've never had it before, that, like, my eyes can, you know, adjust to the glue or whatever. And Courtney recommends that as well.
Yes.
Always try it.
I definitely think that's wise, you know, for you to come in advance, see about the look. And honestly, even if you're not sensitive, we want to get that look right. We want you to look perfect on your day. So I want you to look just as you've always dreamed on that day. So with that being said, you know, we'll test out different things. So say we do a look today and you're like, okay, I like this, but next time can we maybe do, you know, not as curly, a little bit of a straighter, you know, a little bit more of a natural curl, because I'm doing them, you know, pretty curly today because you said you curl your lashes.
Yeah.
And I, in my own head, that's what I'm envisioning, that you're like, but look, my vision isn't always on par with the person. So I want to make sure that you get exactly the look that you want. I pride myself on making the client happy, and I will do whatever it takes. So you come back, we'll do it again. And we'll get it right.
Normally for like a big event or going out, I'll put like a strip of lashes on.
Sure.
I'm just so excited I don't have to.
I mean, tell me about it. I'm someone who can relate to that, because being that I'm like super busy doing lashes, and then all my girls are super busy, so I've been able to get them. And I'm a trained makeup artist. I mean, I've been a makeup artist before I did lashes, so that's my background. But so I know how to do it. But even for me, someone who knows how to do them, it is really a pain in the butt. I have to tell you, like getting the glue perfect, and then having
the right length,
the right length.
My eyes are small.
Ones, and then the right curl, and then you want to make sure that it's on properly, so you don't see that line of demarcation. Then you have to do curl them, put the lash on, curl them again, mascara, eyeliner, hide the line of demarcation. And if you're a super perfectionist like I am, oh my God, you could spend
forever.
Let's just put it this way. I have been late to many a dinner because I've been putting those darn strips on my eyes, and my husband could attest to that.
I mean, it looks great if you do it right.
It looks great. It's just, look, you have to be, I'm a trained makeup artist, and for me it's even a little bit more difficult. Certainly if you have a makeup artist on hand doing it for you, absolutely. I mean, go for it. But doing it yourself, and you really want to get that, you want to get just the right look, it's better off. And I get it can get expensive for people. That's why you can really start out. You can start out with a half set, and then you can work your way up to a full. And you can just get touch-ups, different levels of stylists, as far as my salon goes. And then with other salons, they all range in different price points depending on the area they're in. So you can make it feasible for yourself. Space out your touch-ups, plan them for nice events, things like that.
So a ton of people are asking about the adhesive you're using and saying that they're so afraid of glue being near their eyes. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, yes. I can absolutely understand that. That's why you want to come in, and if you're really nervous about that, we just kind of want to do like a little half-hour test. We have different adhesives. I mean, I certainly ask ahead of time, are you sensitive? But that brings me to my point, like you want to go to someone experienced. I mean, certainly if you're going somewhere and they're like, yeah, I've done 3 people before in my life, and then you're the next, I would be a little bit skeptical.
Yeah.
I would probably have them practice a little bit more on their family and friends before you take a turn. So I would definitely suggest, especially if you're one of these really nervous people about these, make sure the person has a lot of experience. Make sure that you're going to a place that's reputable. And all of our adhesives are extremely reputable. So I feel confident about it. I've been using them for years. I've had clients for 10 years. I'm extremely confident in what I'm using.
Nice. Brooke Katie says she's getting married also and getting this done for her wedding.
It is the thing to do, guys. I've seen it on brides, and so many brides do it, and then I'm just like, alright, I think I gotta do it.
Yeah, I mean, for your wedding day, it's ideal. Even if you're that person that never wants to get them done, like on a regular basis, if you're just too busy, you don't feel like coming in for the maintenance. Just for your wedding, that's perfect. I mean, I had them for my wedding, and it honestly saved me. I really have to say, it saved me. Like, everyone gets emotional, even a little bit, and it saves that worry. I mean, do you really want to have the stress of like, oh my God, am I gonna, take off my lash? Is my lash strip gonna come off when I'm like crying, and I'll look a hot mess, and the whole thing. So, it can literally ruin your day. Anything that's going to potentially ruin your day, steer clear.
I'm also excited, guys, because, like I said, I'm having a beach destination wedding. And so when I'm swimming all weekend, they will still be perfect.
Where are you getting married?
Maui.
Maui.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a dream.
I know.
That really is a dream.
I'm so excited.
Oh God, yeah. So in these types of climates too, like, you know, she gets a strip lash on, and then, you know, she sweats a little bit, and
It's all
you know, it's just risky, is what
The
it is.
ends are
really. It's
poking
just-
up.
Yeah, it's just risky. So, yeah, it's just a bit risky, and I mean, these, as I said, they'll hold up for her. They'll hold up for the duration of her whole trip and through her honeymoon, and then by the time she gets back, it's time to get it filled. If she wants. If not, a couple options. You can either let them grow out naturally, or you can get them removed professionally.
Except, warning guys, I've heard you get addicted. Then you can't stop.
That's true. I can't deny that for a second. Says all of our clients.
Yeah.
And actually, everyone who works here too. I think we always we're like scavengers. We like all look for people that can like do our lashes. We're like, girl, are you busy? Like, do you have any time? Like, and no one ever has any time. So
Yeah.
we all get super bummed. But whenever there's a cancellation, we're kind of not upset. We're like, yes, lay down.
Can you tell us again how long they last? A bunch of people are asking.
Oh, sure. So they can last anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, depending. The natural lash cycle is anywhere from 30 to 60 days. So basically, within 30 days, half should be gone. Within 60 days, they should pretty much be gone. Although I've had clients, after 3 months, they still had one. I actually did a touch-up today, and this woman had a lash, and I know it was from 3 months ago because it was a purple lash. I did it for the Burning Man, and she still had that purple lash on. And that was from like, August was Burning Man, August, September, October, 3 months ago.
Wow.
So, I mean, look, depending on your growth cycle, if you have a slow one, you can potentially have these little suckers on for a long time, like it or not. And as I said, if you want to remove them, you go to a specialist and they will remove them for you.
So Patricia says that she's 60 and
Okay.
she's a little worried about these not being age appropriate for her.
Not true.
Not true. I happen to be doing a more glamorous look. Brooke and I had spoke, kind of about the look she likes, and she likes more of a lash. She likes a more dramatic look. She's like, look, if I'm going to do it, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And also the natural, her natural lashes can also handle this. Now, with that being said, for someone who wants it to be more age appropriate, first of all, you can do it at any age and be fun and dramatic. Believe me, I have all sorts. So I wouldn't put an age cap on how long or dramatic you can go. But let's just call it conservative as opposed to categorizing it by age. I would definitely say you can get, as conservative as you want. I mean, as I said, we could do the singles, we could do the volume, we could vary the lengths. It's extremely customizable. So it can just look like you're wearing a touch of mascara. We can make it look like one coat of mascara and that's it if that's what you want. Hope that helped.
Yeah. So Sarah's asking if you can give some more advice about determining what length and thickness each person should get.
Yes, I can. Length and thickness depends on the natural lash. So depending on the natural thickness of your own lash, that depends. So basically, you just want to be mindful about the type of lash you use on your lash. So for example, you have a very fine, we don't like to call them, weak lashes, bad lashes. We call them finer. We call them lashes that need a little extra care. So with those, we're mindful and we use a weight appropriate lash. So all these extensions come in different weights. So obviously we wouldn't use anything too heavy or long on a lash that can't handle it because we don't want damage to the natural lash. We're really mindful of that. So there are ways we can embellish on length. Say you have like a really, finer, type lash. We can embellish. There are different tricks we could do. by playing around with the weights, because now the lashes come in such variety that you can actually do different weights and have it still be healthy for the natural lash.
Right.
I hope that wasn't too confusing.
No, that was perfect.
I'm kind of lash nerd. I'm a lash nerd.
So I should ask about this beforehand, but is there any downtime?
Any downtime that you have between touch-ups?
After this, just like right after. Anything I can't do?
Oh no, no downtime. You know, studies have shown lately they can actually shower right after. I usually advise, just to be safe, I usually say like 6 hours time.
Okay.
But studies have shown now that you can actually shower right after. I'm still from the old school. I learned like a million years ago, so I'm still like getting my old school ways, and I'm like, just wait 6 hours.
Just be safe.
They used to say 24 hours,
Wow.
but that's old school. Things are all new and different, and the products made are fantastic. So this is so fun. I mean, do you see this already?
Yeah, seriously, Brooke, you're gonna love it. I can't wait for you to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what? Girl.
Cannot wait.
It is just unreal. People have no idea how good their lashes are until they come here and I tell them. I will blow someone's self-esteem. I'll be like, you have the best lashes. They feel so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out of here thinking.
I want women to feel good about themselves, and I'll definitely want to do that.
Tabby wants to know if you can give us some more info about getting them removed.
Sure. So getting it removed is simple. You just go to the salon that you went to, or any professional actually, like even if you're in a different state, any professional has professional lash remover that they can remove them very safely for you. Doing them yourself is 100% not recommended. Definitely do not remove it yourself. It's super dangerous. You could potentially pull out your natural lashes and damage them. So always go to someone, even if you're embarrassed, it doesn't matter. Just come back. Anyone's always happy to do that. Because at the end of the day, we want you to have the best experience possible. So we want you to be safe and, you know, we're very mindful.
Normally do one eye at a time?
No, I do not. It actually takes a bit longer that way. I typically go from eye to eye, varying like, you know, I'll do like, you know, I'll get what I call like my little map, and I'll do like maybe 10 on each eye first, switch over, go to the other eye, do about 10 more, go to the other one. I do that for a few reasons. One, because God forbid you have to leave an emergency. It's happened. It has happened. They're like, oh my God, my kid's hurt. I need to leave. And I'm like, oh no. So I've kind of learned all this stuff the hard way. But also, it's really good to, you know, keep in touch with what you're doing. So I don't really have a specific map in mind. I'm one of these stylists that kind of just grabs and I base it upon the lash. I don't really have any rhyme or reason. And a lot of artists do. A lot of artists are like very organized. They're like, I do 10 here and they're all this length. And I'm like the type that doesn't. Like we're chatting, there's no way I'd be able to concentrate. Like I did a C-curl 9,
right?
You know, on that inner line. Like I kind of just go based upon visual. So I remember basically what I'm using, and I can also eyeball it. But that's why I kind of like to go from eye to eye, so I don't have like any sort of difference between one eye to the next. Which, don't worry, I'm mindful of what I'm using. I don't have that.
Guys, she's doing one eye right now, though, so that you guys can see right away before and after.
And everybody's super impressed.
Oh, thank you. You know, I have to say, I got lucky. It's not me. I think I really got lucky with these lashes. I really did.
I think Brooke's the lucky one, but
right?
that's just me.
Best day.
I think we both are, because, you know, it could go either way. And I think everyone who does lashes could agree that I think when you do this, we're so passionate about it that it's enjoyable, especially when you get someone with what we call juicy lashes. Your lashes are so juicy. Oh my goodness, I want to get in those. I want to get in those lashes.
That's hilarious.
It's so true. We're so crazy, all of us. We are. We are like a cult, and we're all nuts. But we love what we do. We love making people feel good.
So a bunch of people keep wondering whether they should be worried about their real eyelashes when they have this done.
No, they should not. Not if you go to somebody good. The stylist, the lash artist should be mindful of what they're doing when they do it. So, for example, doing a weight-appropriate lash. Someone who obviously has a smaller lash should use a smaller lash. Look, it's going to always look bigger and better, but you really have to be careful not to do a heavy lash on a super light lash. So, if you go to an experienced stylist and you actually express that concern, that stylist will definitely let you know and hopefully put your mind at ease. We're all very well trained now, God willing. I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions, but I like to think everyone's very well trained now and different levels of experience. So if you're someone who's super nervous, definitely go to somebody that's more experienced versus less. I think you have a better chance of, things going right. But look, I mean, these days the trainings are so wonderful. All the lash artists that I know are very well trained. As I said, I'm sure there's an exception out there. I don't like to think about that. But you just really want to be careful where you go. Yeah. Just ask the right questions. What do you use? How long have you been doing this? Think all of that. What type of products do you use? Where are they made? Things like that.
So Veronica wants to know if there's some things that you should never do with lash extensions, like swimming, or she says hot yoga.
No, in fact, I mean, as I said, I use an adhesive that is actually wonderful with like humidity and oil. So hot yoga is actually amazing with the glue that I'm using right now. I like to call it adhesive. It's absolutely wonderful with that. But there are some adhesives that are for more sensitive skin that might not be so wonderful for that. But I mean, I never tell people to stop their lives. Let's just do it, see how it goes. I think it's all an application. I try to be mindful when I'm applying to do a very thorough job and applying it well so they can do these things. I don't like to put restrictions on people's lives. I say do what you need to do with the exception of pulling, grabbing, tugging, ripping them. I mean, do what you need to do. I want this to be something that is a part of your natural life. I don't want anyone to stop doing what they do. You want to be mindful of creams and things. Like if you use a more delicate adhesive that, you can't use oils and things. You just want to be careful not to rub that in your lashes, which I don't really know anyone that does that, but just be careful. You have to really give all disclaimers in this, I guess.
So where are you going to wear your new lashes this weekend? Because you have to show these off.
Right. I think I have a friend's birthday tomorrow. Perfect. Right. So I think that'll be my big debut.
Nice.
I wonder if your fiance is going to notice.
Oh, he totally will, I think. Right? Do you guys notice?
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, and
of course.
Okay, so one thing I always tell everyone is lashes bring luck in love.
Really?
I love that.
Why is that? Because lashes bring confidence, and with confidence comes, eye contact. Eye contact and confidence equals good relationship and possible meeting. All guys like confident women, right? I mean, come on.
Right.
That's what I always like to give people when they leave here. either by talking them and motivating them and by lashes. A lot of my clients say they get therapy and lashes in one. I like to think so.
Jessica says, beautiful.
Thank you. I have a wonderful model that I'm very fortunate.
Seriously, she makes you feel like a rock star.
Wait till you see her, you're like, oh my gosh. I mean, I typically go until I've covered like 99% of the lashes. I've covered a great deal already. Like some people could even stop here, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna keep going. Might as well give you the most drama that we can give. And I don't have much more to go. I mean, honestly, this is just wonderful. It's like, it's going pretty seamlessly actually.
Miriam wants you guys to know that she thinks you're both so pretty and she loves the lashes.
That's so nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I certainly have a beautiful model. I myself look like nerdy Nerdenstein with these bifocals I'm wearing. Brooke, you didn't even
I haven't seen them.
I can't even. I really attempted not to wear them, and then I was like, I can't do it. I mean, I care more about doing a great job for you than I care about my appearance right now, so you know I can, because Courtney would never go out with these glasses ever.
I can't wait.
But it helps me to see, and honestly, just recently did I need to start wearing them. I've had the best vision for like literally 10 years. It's only in the past like year and a half that suddenly I'm like, wait a second.
Oh, that sucks.
It really does, because before that I could try to like look cute and like do lashes like, oh, no problem at all. I look cute and do lashes.
Right.
Now I look like a nerd, and it's fine. I've accepted it. It's like a year and a half already. I'm over it. And I would say most lash artists tend to wear these as well.
So many hearts and likes.
Ooh, yay!
Thanks, guys.
I want people to heart them.
So can you tell us again how often your clients come back for fills?
Sure. They come back like anywhere from, I mean, do we have the every 2 weekers? Absolutely. But typically, I like to think my clients could go anywhere from, 3 to 6 weeks, honestly. And I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm saying with the adhesive I use, the application that I do, and that I train my girls here to do, we like the lashes to really hold up, because look, it is expensive for a lot of people, and we like to be mindful of that, it is. So we understand that. We like to give the best job we can.
Nice. So can you remind Vivian whether you're using mink or synthetic or silk?
Sure. Well, I'm using a synthetic silk. So it's extremely soft silk material. It's not mink. It's just a silk, and it's extremely soft, but yet it's applied with a lot of volume. So I'm doing what's called the volume method, which is a fairly new technique that's been out now here in the U.S. for, I'd say, since about 2013, and it was in Russia before, and other countries, which I'm not really completely aware of. But it's amazing, and the trainers out there do such a great job in teaching all of us girls, the new technique, and it's great.
Do you go to other countries?
I actually don't, but a lot of people do.
Wow.
I've trained here, and the masters that train me, they are from other countries, but they happen to come here to teach a class.
Got it.
So everything that I do, I teach a class. Now, do I use their exact technique? No, because I'm kind of like one of these girls that's like, I need to do it my own way.
Right.
I really do. I'm not someone who can, if I'm not comfortable doing it that way or using the exact product someone says, I'm kind of like an old dog, you know, like I've been doing this a while and I've kind of like taught myself different techniques and, you know, it's what I'm comfortable with, but I try to incorporate the new techniques with my comfort and application. And I think that goes for every lash artist. I think everyone should have their own way of doing it and feel good about what they do. Whatever gets them on nicely and safely for the client, that's what I say, just do it. Everyone has a different technique.
Guys, make sure you stay tuned for the big reveal.
Yes.
I can feel it's coming.
It really is coming. I mean, I'm like searching for lashes. It is pretty awesome. Like right now, I'm like searching. I'm like, where's our lashes? Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like honestly
It's like
super
digging.
full. I'm digging. I'm gonna get a couple more of the inners, and then I would say in the next 5 minutes we're golden. And I really hope you like them.
I'm certain I will.
I hope so.
I love big curled lashes. Mine are just like stick straight, like straight down, which is fine.
You know, you are wrong, Missy. Your lashes do not point straight down. We do have those clients though that their lashes do point straight down, and those are very difficult. Yours actually have a slight bend to them, which makes my job. It is a slight bend, but it is a bend. I always like to tell people their lashes are amazing and they feel good because that's what they deserve.
Hi, Hannah. She wanted a shout out. Kelly says these look so much better than when she got hers done.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That she had a bad or not as great of an experience. But look, keep in mind too, I happen to have a wonderful model with beautiful lashes. Now, not saying that this person does not, but depending on the natural state of their own lash, you know, you can really blow it up. You know, really make it look superb. And also making sure that you can separate through them. I mean, the lashes grow safely when the lashes are all, there's a lot of volume, but believe it or not, I can separate through all of these lashes so that it looks individualized one by one. Even though there's a few applied to one, you can still single that one out. As I said, that one has a lot of lashes applied to it with the volume technique, but it's certainly a one-to-one. I mean, a few to one, but one. Okay, that was my nerdy lashiness is coming out full effect. I've been doing this way too long.
How long have you had this studio?
So this particular studio I've had since, let's see, I think, well, the end of my 5-year lease is coming since 2012.
Wow.
Before that, I had one in Midtown, and before that, I had one on 52nd Street.
Is this your favorite?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And we have a ton of people that just love this location.
Such a good location while you're shopping. Stop and get your lashes done.
Right. I mean, and it's not just for people that have a ton of money either. I mean, as I said, we'll work with it. You can start out with a half set, work your way up to a full. You can start with a junior who's actually very well trained. The reason why we have different levels of stylists is for years of experience. You know, obviously, like, my level of experience is a lot, so I'm a little bit more in cost. But we have different levels, and all of them are very good. Not all of them, however, are trained on the volume technique, so you just want to specify, if you do want this particular technique, that you just specify, I want, you know, the volume technique. Because other lash artists here, a few of them still do just the one-to-one, which also looks great. And actually, with your lashes, that would still look fantastic. Like, this just blows it up like that much more. But, yeah, this is crazy.
But this will look really good for photos.
100%.
Right?
100%. It's meant for photos. And I think that's when people start to notice that they need a touch up. It's really funny that you should mention that. Yeah, because they're like, I didn't look, people were commenting. And I swear, I hear this all the time. People are like, oh my God, I look dead. I need to be, I mean, usually you know what these poor women say about themselves. I'm like, okay, first of all, you're gorgeous when you walk in. But the thing about it is like, you're so used to the look of these. Right. So when you have your own again, you're like, oh my God, I'm bald. Right. Literally. Like she'll be like, I'm bald on that eye because of the extremeness of the other eyes. So it's very funny, but we hear all sorts of things in the salon.
Karina says these look amazing, so full and long.
Oh, yay. Well, thank you. And I mean, look, I'm doing kind of a blown up, I really want the viewers to see kind of how they can look and the dramatic state they can look. Now also be aware and mindful that they don't always look like this, you know, depending on, I just happen to have a model with amazing natural lashes, and I keep saying that, but I can pretty much go to town and it's like a dream for any lash artist.
Does the glue take long to dry?
It actually doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and, because I put a ton on and it's really crowded right now, so I'm going to go ahead and use my air machine, which I love. Not only does it dry the lashes, but it also kind of, yes, it feels great and also alleviates some fumes. And I do this for a few minutes before you open your eyes anyway, because I want to make sure that the adhesive is all, you know, 100% dry, your eyes feel great. I want you to feel really good before opening. And going through them after drying them, yeah, there's like a couple more that I could, you know, but they're super duper full. I mean, I could definitely stop here. I'm just going to kind of, I call this the OCD portion of my application where I like go through and I'm like, okay, I can do that one, 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 there's one. Okay, you have 20 million lashes, let's be clear. So, and I've probably done about 92%. I would say I could get to 95 in the next like 3 minutes. And there's always a couple that, you know, I somehow missed. But there's one here. Oh, God forbid we leave that out. And I have to say, like, I'm a little bit OCD with that. Some people aren't as crazy about getting every single lash, but the clients that love coming to me love that about me. The clients that are like, all right, Courtney, we're done, we're done, we're done.
Stop.
I swear to God, I get that all the time. Like, all right, Courtney, we're done, we're done, we're done. I have to get out of here. I have to go to my doctor. I have to go to my dog. All right. And I'm like, okay.
But that's what you want.
I mean, look, I'm always really, I always think this, and I tell my girls this that work here as well. I want to be the client that's like, I put myself in every situation that the client's in. So I think about how I want to be treated. Do I want, you know, to get 100% of someone's service, especially if I'm paying a decent amount of money? Yeah, I want 100% of their time and service. I want to know that they are being OCD because I am that important. So that's how I feel.
Courtney, Alyssa says this technician is incredible. I wish she was in my area.
Aww.
She really is, guys.
Well, I hope you feel that when you open. Be like, whoa, what did she do to me? Whoa.
No, I'm gonna love them, I know.
I mean, I did go on the more dramatic side. I mean, I just kind of want to give the viewers like full potential here of what they can actually look like. But I appreciate the compliment. I really do try. I give 100%, and I just want the client to be happy, bottom line. So what I'm going to do now is take off my ugly glasses, and I'm going to blow that air, blow that air. I like to take off the light. That's okay. And I don't want, when you open, I don't like to shine the light in your eyes. So I'm just going to take off the light. I'm going to take everything that is dangerous out of my way.
I'm getting so excited.
So give it air, give it air, give it air. What do you think?
Brooke,
How are you
I'm so
feeling,
excited.
Brooke? How's your eye feeling? Do you feel burning? Do you feel anything that's uncomfortable?
No.
Great.
Eye feels good.
Okay, perfect.
I'm like butterflies because I'm so excited.
Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that you're, keep shut. Don't open just yet. I'm just going to make sure that you're separated from the tape here, which you are. And I'm just going to remove the tape. Okay,
And
I'm gonna
all
do it
of
very
my
gently.
concealer.
And I'm sorry about that, honey. I know.
No,
I am so sorry about that. Okay, so keep shut. I'm just gonna fluff them up, comb them, and then you're straight to open. I will tell you when it is safe. You guys are gonna kill me, but there are a couple of lashes that are on the end that the particular tape was hiding. If you don't mind, can I get like a couple more lashes on the end?
Go for it. Go for it.
It was hiding it. I'm sorry, but it was. I mean, be mad at me for being OCD. I don't know what to tell you guys. But she's got a nice set. The tape was hiding it.
The suspense continues.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw one more little piece right there because I cannot deal with her having more on the ends that I did not get. Here we go. Boom. 3 more minutes. Please bear with me, guys. This is going to be great.
I think this is all the more reason why everyone will want to come to you.
I'm sorry, but I can't leave it like that. I need to. I really just need to finish. I can't. I can't leave it like that because I took out the tape and I'm like, whoa, where did those 4 lashes come from? I have to get those. I mean, you think I'm crazy? I probably am, but I'm gonna get those lashes if it kills me. There we go. Yeah, juicy lashes right there.
And guys,
I just had to switch up the tape.
The tape.
They are.
I asked for the longer ones to be in the middle and rather than on the ends, and she's so such a perfectionist that she's even getting the ends. Yes. And that's not even like the focus.
No, it's not. But I'm putting shorter ones on it. With that being said, I just don't want it to look like it cuts off on you, and that's exactly what I don't want.
So Courtney, there are literally hundreds of people asking where you're located. Can you tell us again?
Yes, I can. I am located on Broadway between Houston and Prince, 594 Broadway, and Suite 610. It's by appointment only, and I have to say, we book up so fast. Like, my salon manager, Allie, can attest to that. We are so booked right now. There's literally a waiting list, and, you know, I'm sorry to say that, but you guys have to book your appointments in advance.
Plan a trip to New York, guys. Go shopping.
I feel so fortunate that people want to come
eyes
here. I really, really do.
done.
I always feel so lucky.
She gives you champagne.
I mean, look, I have
all
a full
the
bar.
compliments in the
I have
world.
full bar. I have full bar.
And like a giant candy bowl.
Oh, the candy? Oh my God, we die over the candy. Every single person is like,
It's amazing.
everyone wants that candy.
The best candy.
The best candy. Because we kind of like went through, we're like, okay, what is always left in the candy bowl? We're like, Milky Ways. We're like, they're always left. What else is left?
Whoppers.
Whoppers. Sorry, Whoppers, but nobody eats you.
That's funny.
I mean, people probably like them, but people love the Kit Kats and the.
Oh yeah.
We could literally like start a candy business if we really wanted. And then I always call Allie the candy police. She's all, so just a poor Kit Kats, would you laugh?
Stop. That's hilarious. That's gonna be me when I leave.
We literally crack up laughing. I'm like, how do you even notice that? Like, do you look at the person that's shaking it? She's like, I do it subtly. Like, she'll be like, on the computer and like, how to do a casual lookup.
She's taking inventory.
Oh, that makes me laugh so hard I'm crying. Okay, so now we're better. I just did a couple more on the ends, and now I'm going to take a disposable wand, and I'm just going to comb through these little suckers.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I need to do at night.
Yeah, so I'm combing through. See, nothing's tangled. You can get right through, but as you can see, they're quite full. I mean, it's literally like, wow. I'm not saying I did a good job. I'm just saying she has full lashes, all right? Don't think I'm conceited. I'm
She's
really
like,
not.
kudos to me.
No, I'm not. I swear I'm
Well,
not.
everyone else
Okay,
is saying
okay.
you did a great job for you.
There you go. Oh, God, what do you think? I can't see.
I can't see.
Okay, we have to get her reaction.
All right.
You want to sit up?
Should I sit up?
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay. Wow, I feel like I've been napping. Oh my gosh, they look so good. Wait, I think I have one on my cheek.
Oh,
They look so good. This is insane. This looks so naked.
It looks amazing.
It looks so naked.
Now, was I wrong when I say you're gonna feel bald? You're
No,
gonna feel
not.
bald.
I literally.
Clients come in and they're like, I'm bald, and she
So
has
guys,
a
that's
full
that
beautiful
eye.
set of lashes, but she feels
That's
bald.
that.
Wow, girl, you are working those lashes.
Yes.
I'm totally gonna notice whenever I start to lose them.
Oh my god, you are working them.
And you definitely don't need any makeup.
None.
None.
That's why when you were asking about mascara, I'm like, hold on, let me finish.
You're like,
no.
no.
Let me just.
You don't even need
finish.
eyeliner though,
No, you
because
really
the
don't.
lashes are covering. Seriously, like you could do just a botched makeup job. It doesn't even matter.
Yep.
Now, Brooke, keep in mind, look, and I did on the more dramatic side. If this is too dramatic for you for your wedding day, we can adjust that. I happen to do a fuller set because you have the lashes to do it.
I think it's perfect for a wedding.
I actually think so too,
Don't you
but that's my taste. I love lashes. So for me, you look perfect. For someone else out there viewing, I don't want you to
It's
think that this
crazy.
is the only look that you can do. It's customizable. So we can certainly make it more natural. We can adjust the curl. We can adjust the length. But this is more of a, I mean, what girl doesn't love lashes? I just feel like for viewing purposes, this is what everyone wants to see.
100%.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
I love it, Brooke. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Lay down, girl.
Look at this sad eye.
I'm
Guys.
gonna even you out, don't you worry. Even like the look of your lash, like your eye.
Yeah.
Like it literally
Makes my
is
whole
like,
eye look bigger.
Yeah.
It's so different. Like actually, I've never actually seen someone like this because I always do, you know, pretty much from side to, you know, I work from side to side. But actually, just myself looking at them, and I mean,
My
combing
hair.
them,
Whoa.
you could just like literally like, you know, take your finger and hold it underneath and comb right through, and you can comb right through these suckers. There's no tangles. It's all smooth. It's seamless, and you can pretty much not see a line of demarcation. So how I did was I did a little bit shorter on the end and a little bit longer on the middle, like she said, and then shorter on the inner. So we kind of did that look, but if someone wants to adjust the look as well, you know, certainly they could do that.
They're so perfect. I love them.
I'm so happy.
I can't get over it.
Well, I know, and when you're looking at it from that way, but like you're so pretty normally, it's not like you need them, but it really helps to pop those eyes.
And then guys, I don't know if you can see this, but you like literally it's seamless along the
Oh, yeah.
the lash line.
Oh, yeah. Can we have some light to see it better?
Oh, shiny. There you go. You guys see that?
And you can even lift up your eye as well, like lift up from the bottom, like this,
Oh yeah.
just so one could see that it's, you know, properly attached and it's really adhered nicely. So that's how it should look. It should look very seamless. There shouldn't be a line of demarcation. The fullness we could adjust. I mean, I happen to do them really full, but we could adjust that. We could adjust the curl. So lashes are customizable.
Wow. Yeah, guys, she went all out because I wanted like a wedding, like full glam look.
Yeah.
But
I
I wanted
certainly
something
adjust
a little
it.
less
Yeah.
totally doable. Well, I'm so excited. I am ready to get my second eye
You
done.
better wink that.
So I don't look
eye.
crazy. But guys, if you're just joining in, sorry, started over from the top. We're at the Courtney Akai Lash Boutique in Soho. Make an appointment, even though she's booked, and you'll probably be on a wait list.
We have a
But
lot of girls here. We're fairly booked now, but certainly get your appointment in. I think we're what, like 1 week booked out? 2 weeks? Only 1 week. Okay, so you get an appointment
about to be
with
2
someone
weeks.
next week.
About to be 2 weeks.
About to be
Yeah.
like 9 weeks. Get it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure
Thank
to
you so much.
subscribe. Watch all of our fun videos, and
Thanks
we'll
for
see you
your
next
support.
time.